My name is Jeff Morgan. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I want to give an introduction to this upcoming series that I'm putting out online. Today, this is Monday, October the 5th, 2020. There are about 20 people that gave testimony to the State Commission on Judicial Conduct. Now, every 2 years, the State Commission on Judicial Conduct holds a public meeting allowing people to give opportunity to present their testimony regarding the work that they are doing. One of the blessings of COVID has been that we now have access, greater accessibility to a lot of these meetings because they're going virtual. So whereas in the past where we would have had to drive down to Austin and wait in line and many people just couldn't do it, with these virtual meetings we've been given the opportunities to actually give our opinions about what's going on in the state of Texas. Today about 20 people spoke. Each person was limited to approximately 3 minutes. And the State Commission on Judicial Conduct, I don't know what they were expecting to hear, if they were expecting to hear a lot of pats on the back or anything, but there were some very substantive critiques of what they are doing, and especially the abusiveness that exists in our family courts in the state of Texas. One man made the comment that in 2015 there were approximately 1,066 cases filed. In 2018, there were over 1,800 cases of judicial misconduct filed with the commission, an increase of over 73% in just that 3-year period of time. Judicial corruption, judicial misconduct is something that is a very big problem in the state of Texas, and yet in almost every instance, the judges seem to get off scot-free. When you have 1,800 people filing a complaint against judicial misconduct, certainly more than a handful of them are worthy of actually being looked at. The reason I got involved with this is because I actually filed a complaint against a judge. The first complaint that I filed was against Injustice of the Peace Jack James out of Rockwall, Texas. He is a Justice of the Peace. Jack James, Injustice of the Peace Jack James, the way he treated me in that court was abysmal. When I wrote to the State Commission on Judicial Conduct about his judicial misconduct, they gave him a pass. And unfortunately, that's what I found out when talking with other people, that tends to be the case, that the judges get a pass. Again, in 2018, there were over 1,800 cases filed, and I'll bet that there could have been a lot more filed, except most people, like I originally, did not even know that we could file a case against a judge. Currently, I have a case filed against another judge. When I was court watching in his room, this judge, I believe, was not just guilty of abusing the man who was trying to fight for his son, but this judge also knew, had he taken any time whatsoever, that the opposing party was committing perjury. He had the documents in front of them, he had contradictory testimony, and yet he refused to do it because it appeared that he just wanted to side with a female in this case. In addition to that, the judge has violated the Texas Family Code as far as taking a child over the age of 12 into his chambers. He refused to do that. The judge has, in my opinion, been an accessory to child kidnapping and child trafficking. And I actually filed a report against him. I believe it should be a criminal report against this judge. So far, it's been 9 months, and I have yet to hear from the State Commission on Judicial Conduct. I guess this type of behavior does not get punished anymore. Anyway, there were about 20 people, as I mentioned, that spoke. Each of us got to speak for about 3.5, 4 minutes, some people less than that. But we just wanted to give our complaints to say something is wrong in Texas. Now, if you look at the composition of the State Commission on Judicial Conduct, they have 13 members. 8 members are lawyers or judges or something like that. So what we have really is a situation where the judiciary is policing the judiciary. That to me seems like perhaps there may be some conflicts of interest. It does not seem to be independent and objective as it should be. Yes, there are 5 people from the citizenry in the state of Texas that have no legal training whatsoever that are on that commission, but by and large, the majority, as far as I can tell, are legal trained people, lawyers, the judiciary. The fox is guarding the hen house, and the fox is guarding the foxes who are guarding the hen house. Something is wrong in the state of Texas. We would love to be able to trust in our judiciary. We would love to be able to trust in judges that would do the right thing, and yet too often, if you have not experienced it personally, you probably know of somebody who has experienced judicial misconduct or the allegations of judicial misconduct. And this is what we want to clean up in Texas. We want to stop the judicial misconduct. And we don't want to continue so that our children and our grandchildren have to face it even worse than what we're facing it right now. There are directions on how to contact the State Commission on Judicial Conduct for feedback. And also I would recommend that you contact your representative, your senator, that you contact people that start to, media, that you start to contact people to expose what's going on in these courts. I personally have gone into the courts and have started to watch, and I have been appalled. Sometimes it seems like one egregious act is eclipsed only by the next egregious act. So again, we need to have open and transparent courts. We need to have fair courts. We need to have courts that we can trust that our judges are acting in accordance with integrity and impartiality and objectivity and fairness, that they do not deprive people of due process, that they do not threaten and bully people. And once again, I present these series to you. Thank you so much.